Hello, beauty therapists. Have you been in your treatment area and you've gotten to the end of your day and you're just thinking, whoa, I am so drained, as in you are just so tired. Maybe you haven't even done intense treatments and you just like, blah. It's the topic of energy and how we absorb other people's energy is something that's a little bit alternative and maybe something that not everybody believes in. But I tell you what, from being someone who's super skeptical, very logical, to then going into this industry, touching bodies and actually not really knowing what all of this is, and then to going to the other side and really acknowledging it and understanding it and being aware of it and using it and manipulating it how I would like it. Well, not manipulating it, but more essentially going with energy, understanding it. I've been on that skeptical side and now I'm at the point where I'm like, all right, there is an energy transfer. Let's just admit it. Let's work with it. So then we're not becoming drained. We're not becoming built up with all this energy from touching all these people all day. So I wanted to come on here to talk to you about that today. How to protect your treatment space, how to protect yourself and how to protect your energy, and little things that you can do. Some really practical things that you can do to clear the energy. All right, so my name is Kathleen and I created this beauty therapist group with a lovely bunch of admins that come in and help and approve posts and all of that. But I created this group about 3 years ago, and yeah, it's for you guys to further educate yourself so you can become an industry leader and just love the beauty industry, because it is an amazing industry with so much creativity. So that's me. Back to the topic. So how to clear and protect your energy. Well, like I said, I'm not doubting the fact that when you touch someone, there is an energy transfer. Just think about when you touched your loved ones, when you hug someone. Whenever you hug someone, what actually happens in your body on a hormone level is you produce oxytocin, and then the person you are touching produces oxytocin. And what does oxytocin do? It gets you feeling good and it makes you more connected to that person. Undoubtedly, there is an energy thing going on. So every time you touch someone, there's always a reaction to you touching someone or someone touching you. So let's just face it, energy transfer is happening no matter whether you're doing a facial and you're putting your hands on, or if you're doing a massage, you're doing a wax, you're even in the same room as someone, there is an energy thing going on. Now, in my personal opinion, I'd say massage is the biggest transfer of energy in my experience. I'm trained in remedial massage therapy, and I also, as my primary service that I offer in my clinic, I do skin therapy. And I tell you what, with those two, I can do maybe 2 to 3 massages in a day, maybe 8 to 10 massages in a week. That's my max. If I'm doing any more, the massages just aren't as the quality that I like them to be, because it takes so much energy. I'm not really talking about physical energy here. I'm talking about what you're giving to the people you're touching. Now, when it comes to facials, there definitely is a energy transfer. You're touching their head, you're touching their face, but it's not that whole, the way I like to see it, it's not so much of a big long circuit of your body and their body. It's not a big take on, it's actually a little bit smaller. So therefore, most people are able to do facials all day and not have an issue, but you probably will feel people's energy. So we've gotten that out of the way. We've acknowledged energy. What do you do? Well, there's so many little techniques that I have learned and that are out there, but one of the main techniques I do is when I'm touching someone, when I'm putting my hands on them physically, it's almost like a little mental kind of thing you say to yourself. It's like, I kind of know, I've trained this in myself. And when I touch people, I know that if I'm feeling something in me that feels not like me. So sometimes, I've had this before, it's so weird. You're touching someone and all of a sudden your knee will hurt. My knees never hurt, for example. And then, you start to talk to that person, you find out they've got a really bad knee pain. It's so bizarre. But But what I do, I consciously am aware that if I'm feeling something really strange, perhaps an emotion, like I've had this before as well, it's just so much sadness comes into your brain, or you feel really, really anxious. That's a really common one. You just get this overwhelming anxiety when you're touching someone and you're like, well, I'm in my comfortable place. I'm just treating my client like I usually would. You're probably taking on their energy here. So I consciously say to myself, when I put my hands on the client, if I feel something that's not mine, it's not my place to take it on board because it's not mine, it's not mine. Something along those lines, I say it to myself. So I encourage you to do that and just be aware of what is yours and what is someone else's when you have hands on their body. That's the first thing. When it comes to the whole treatment, I kind of, you can't really do anything that's going to stop it. Well, anything that I'm aware, the energy transfer is going to happen, but just having that kind of block in your brain is going to do a good job. Now, I think most of the work really does come after the treatment and what you do to kind of protect your space in general. So one thing that I love to do to clear energy and to just change the frequency in my room is to actually, at the end of every single treatment, I'd actually do this over my clients. So I hit my little singing bowl. You can feel how this frequencies in your body. And I run this over the client. And undoubtedly, sound creates energy. It sends its own frequency through the air. Everybody feels amazing after hearing this. So beautiful. And you feel it in your body. This is a little method for clearing the energy. I love my singing bowl. I don't know if I could do a treatment without it. It's only about 30 seconds, but it's a really beautiful ritual. So I suggest perhaps bring it into your treatment area and just play with it. I know every time I play with my singing bowl, I create some tunes, I feel good. I'm smiling now. I feel really good listening to that. Another little thing. Now, this is a beautiful, what do we want to call it? It's alchemical divine intention mist. Now, these are known in many different ways, but this is a unique kind of blend created by an intuitive, someone in the spiritual realm. I'm not too involved with it, so I don't understand all the words, but essentially it's a high vibrational alchemical mist to invoke and embody divine unconditional love, consciousness, compassion into your space, aura, energetic chakra body. Now you have to, with these things, it's very easy to be skeptical and it just smells nice and it smells good, I tell you that. It smells amazing, but there is something in these I don't understand, whether it's the intention that they put into it when they make it, whether it's the fragrances, whatever it is, I feel amazing every time I spray this around myself. So what I do, I spray this over my client and it just falls. It's kind of like clearing the energy. This one's more for self-love. That's why I love using this one, but she actually has the lovely Tamara Gurney. She owns this brand and she creates one for actually clearing the energy. So I use this in my treatments as well, and sometimes I'll just spray it around the room and I'll think about what I'm trying to create as in within the energy in the room, but that's just another little thing. So find yourself an energy clearing mist, and they have to be created by someone who's genuine. She is so amazing. Look, she uses pure alkaline blessed full moon water. For God's sake, that's going to the effort. I'll tell you what. Liquid crystal essences, some really great ingredients. I don't know what that is, but I've met the girl and she's really beautiful. Yeah, high vibrational sacred prayer and intention love, spirit sound medicine. So I believe she has tracks playing in the background, things like this when they're making this oil, but nonetheless, they definitely work. There's a lot of cool things that you can actually do in your room physically to essentially dissolve energy. You can use salt rock lamps, you could use crystals in your room, you could do some really cool techniques. So something that I do when I'm touching the client, so say I'm doing a massage, I always sweep away from myself. So instead of sweeping in, I sweep away. I kind of mentally imagine that when I'm touching someone and then I'm pulling off, I'm not pulling it into me. And you can even feel it. If you do this, you can feel energy go into you. As you do this, it's going away. It's really subtle. But so I always pull away. I don't bring the energy in. What else do I do? You can go to your light switch and you can turn your lights on and off. That, for me, I feel like that does clear things up. You can turn your fan on, kind of just bring the energy, move it around the room. What else can you do? So when you go to the bathroom, so after your treatment, run water. Water has energy flowing through it. Water is very cleansing. Water is so healing in many, many ways. We all love the beach. We can all relate to that feeling of being at the beach and just feeling good again. So use water to your advantage. Go to the tap, wash your hands, and kind of imagine, I'm washing off the energy. This energy is not mine. I'm washing my hands. It's not mine. It's leaving my body. Really think about this when you're doing it, because it's really intention. It's about letting it out, getting all the energy out. You can do this as well. You can just shake it out. Movement is energy. So shake it out, create your own energy. Anything like this, really wiggle around, jump up and down, wave your arms up. Do whatever you need to do, but shake it out. I like this one, just kind of shaking it all out. What you can also do, you can also vocalize, and it's probably not the best thing to start with vocalizing in your clinic or spa. Can't really be like you just want to scream, you just want to let the emotions out, just want to kind of thing. I mean, you can do whatever you want to let the energy out. You can sing, you can whatever, but probably not practical in a beauty salon or clinic. Goodness, what else can you do? I think the dancing is a really good one, kind of moving about, letting the energy leave. You can use sage, so you can actually burn sage in your room. They use this to clear it's used in a lot of rituals, so just burn sage around the room, clear the energy that way. Open up all the windows, open the doors, just kind of let that free flow of energy go around. Include plants into your clinic. Oh goodness, there's so many things, isn't there? And probably most importantly, just like I said right at the start, be intentional and just remember that you have your own energy, someone else has their own, you're not taking it on board. It's probably my best tip out of all of this. So it's really important to protect your energy, because if you're not aware of this whole thing going on, I tell you what, I wasn't when I first started. I was tired, I was exhausted, I didn't know what I was doing. And then I remember I did a massage on a really lovely acupuncturist, and he said to me, you give too much in your treatments. How do you feel at the end of your day? I can feel how much energy and how much love you put into the treatment. You're going to wear yourself out. And I reflected on that and I thought, he's right. Like, the massage I gave him was amazing. It was so intentional, so beautiful. And that's how I try to do all my treatments. But there gets to a point where you just can't pour everything. You have to reserve your energy, and it's not something you can just be like, look at the meter. It's like, where's my energy sitting on the meter scale, like filling up petrol or something. It's not like that. You have to really just kind of feel it, like, where's my energy sitting now? But with that being said, you can put it back into your body. You can recharge yourself. Go to the beach, go out in nature. Lighting candles, that's a nice one as well. Rest. All of these things fills your cup back up. It puts energy back into you. It puts self-love back in. And when you're feeling full and complete and on top of things just get easier from there on in. So I hope, beauty therapists, that you've enjoyed this talk. I've been hesitant to talk about this topic because I know it's one of those controversial ones, but this is something I needed to hear when I was first starting in the industry. So I hope you enjoyed it. Put all your questions down below. Let me know what you think. I'd love to open up a conversation on this topic. I think it's a really beautiful thing that we get to do in the industry, and yeah, to touch people, it's such an honor and such a privilege. So thank you for the love hearts. I don't know who's watching. Facebook does this thing where it doesn't show me who's watching, but never mind. I hope you have a lovely, lovely afternoon, evening, wherever you are in Australia, and I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Bye.